If you're new to freediving and you're wondering what mask you should buy, here is the truth. It doesn't matter nearly as much as you think, but here are a few things that you can do to make your first dives easier, more comfortable, and less frustrating. Let's dive into this. When it comes to freediving masks, there are really only two things that matter, and that is one, a low volume. When we say low volume, we refer to the volume of air that is in between your face and the mask, like this. Because when we dive deeper, this air gets pressurized, and if you don't equalize that air, then it will create a vacuum and suck your eyeballs out of your eye sockets. We call that an eye squeeze. Big red eyes, painful eyes, you don't want that. And second, a good fit. Obviously, the mask needs to fit well on your face, and I'll explain in a second what that actually means. You've probably heard people say you need to try on a mask first before you buy it, but is this really realistic? Of course it is not, because you buy your mask probably on an online shop, so how can you try it on before you buy it? You can. So the only thing you can do is buy the mask and then try it on, and if it doesn't fit, then maybe return it. But if you have been using it in the water already, you can't really return it. So how do we find a solution for that? Okay, you could do a dry fit test. So you could put the mask on your face, hold your face down, and inhale a little bit through your nose. And if the mask stays on, that will be a good fit. Now, as you can see, this mask didn't stay on, although I'm trying really hard, inhaling through my nose. Let's try again. No, it doesn't really work, although this mask is a good mask. I mean, it's not leaking. I like it. It fits well on my face in the water. So this dry test is actually complete bullshit. So there's a lot of stuff that people say about masks that doesn't make any sense. The only way that you know how a mask behaves in the water is by taking it to the water. Okay, so how do you know that a mask will fit on your face before you actually buy it? Answer: you don't. Just buy a mask that has a low volume, a typical freediving mask. Avoid the big scuba masks, and chances are you'll be totally fine. If the mask does leak in the water, it's because you don't know how to put a mask on your face. Yes, it is not the mask's fault, it is your fault. So what can you do? First of all, loosen the strap. So people think the more tight they make this strap, the better. No, it's actually the opposite. So loosen up the tightness of this strap. The more loose the mask is on your face, the better it will actually fit. Secondly, you can adjust the height of the mask on your nose by putting it a bit higher or lower, just little tweaks. Find where this mask fits best on your face, and you can only do this in the water, of course. If you are wearing a swimming cap or a hood, then obviously the mask should not be on top of that cap, because now I don't have a seal with my forehead. The seal should be with my skin. So depending on where the cap or the hood comes, the mask should be touching your skin, and then the hood or the cap goes over the mask. And number 4, shave the top of your mustache. No, you don't have to shave all of it, but just the top of it. I don't know if you can see it. Just the top is enough, just a little bit, where the mask is actually touching your skin. So as you can see, you don't have to shave everything, just the upper part. If you want to know about goggles and a nose clip, I will cover that at the end of the video. Let's now take a closer look at 30 of the most common freediving masks. Cressy Atom Diving Mask, 59 euros from divein.com. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, that is definitely a mask I would want to dive with. This one, F1 mask. This is a typical scuba diving mask because it does not have a low volume. So this is an example of something that you should not buy for freediving. Manta TG Black Freediving Mask. This is from a Badfish Dive Gear. Looks good. Tusa Find Your Ocean Freediving Mask. Introducing the new Lapis freediving line from Tusa Sport. Stylish, comfortable, and boosts the modern freediving technology on the market. This is a bit of a different mask. I would not recommend this for an absolute beginner, maybe, unless this is glass. I'm not sure if this is plastic or glass. If it's glass, then you have better visibility. If it's plastic, then it's probably more for a bit of a deeper freediver. So for a beginner, I would go for glass lenses. I cannot see whether this is glass or plastic. Yeah, they don't mention it here. That's a bit of a shame because it looks like a really cool mask. I would just like to know whether that's glass or not. Motional Score Freediving Mask, $45. This is how it looks like. Extreme Freediving Mask. So like I mentioned in the beginning, it doesn't really matter. So the things you have to Look, oh yeah, so this is a big oval mask, so you might have seen this Evolve oval wide ergonomic mask, 55 euros. So is this a freediving mask? Of course not, but do you see freedivers using it? Yes, because it looks cool. So not everything in freediving is about practicality. Some things are just about looking cool and shooting videos. So if you don't dive deep, if you just do a shallow diving for the sake of a video, you might try this one. C4 Freediving Falcon Anti-Fog Freediving Mask. Great. Yep. What else do we have here? Decathlon. Oh, one of my favorite shops, the Decathlon. They always have great gear at Decathlon. However, this is a scuba diving mask, but they also have freediving masks. Aqualung, stylish mask. I'm pretty sure you guys are not just looking for the most practical mask, but also for one that looks good or makes you look good. It's important, guys. Rule number 1 in freediving is to always look cool. Sphera X, also a well-known brand in the freediving community, Sphera X freediving mask. I wouldn't recommend it for absolute beginners, but if you have some experience already and you do line diving, then you can use this one. Max, look. This looks to me like, again, yeah, a scuba mask. So I wouldn't necessarily go for this for freediving. Crécy, never can go wrong with Crécy. It's been around for a long time. Different masks. What's the difference between those masks? There is no difference, guys. It really doesn't matter. X free mask, 43 euros. This is a very simple mask and I like it because of the simplicity. Salvimar Fluid NOAA freediving mask. I love Salvimar. I have a Salvimar mask. Many of my thumbnails that include a mask, they are with Salvimar masks. Salvimar NOAA anti-fog diving mask. SEAC M70 mask. Kubera mask, $104. What does it say? It says tempered glass. Tempered glass. Salvimar incredible freediving mask. Oh, this is the one that I've used on my thumbnails. Not the latest thumbnails, but the older ones. This is the mask. I have a black one and a transparent one. This mask, guys, yes, I actually have it. It's super flexible. Look at this. This is how flexible this mask is. So it makes you equalize more easily because it is so flexible. Oh, this is nice. This is cool. This is from nautica.com. Freediving mask. Epsilon Free Zone Black. There's so many on the market, guys. But I like this design. This is something new. Riff. $76. It looks, oh, this has quite of a rigid frame around the mask. Robust. Yep. So the more flexible a mask is, the easier it is to equalize. Now, a flexible mask like this one does not have glass lenses. So the visibility on this one is less. Now, the visibility on a mask like this one is more because you have glass lenses. But it comes with the trade-off is that it's less flexible and thus maybe a little bit more difficult to equalize. Now, if you learn to equalize properly, then this should not be a problem, of course. This is the same mask. Omar, oh, this was my first freediving mask. Omar Alien freediving mask. Very, very good mask. I still have it. Can't go wrong with this. This again is a scuba mask. Motionos, what do they? Oh, we're at the nose clips already. So let's take a look at nose clips from Motionos here. So why would you use a nose clip? Well, if you're an advanced freediver and you use goggles, then you have to use goggles together with a nose clip. This is not for beginners, guys. This is for advanced freedivers. Salvimar nose clip. This looks to me like more a nose clip for swimming, but some people, some advanced freedivers actually use this. But I wouldn't recommend it if you're just starting to freedive. Anyway, if you're starting to freedive, you shouldn't be using a nose clip at all. Just stick to a mask. Lobster nose clips. Mares nose clip. And then goggles. So you might ask yourself, goggles? Is this the same as a swimming goggles? Well, almost. As you can see, there is a lens on top of those goggles because these are fluid goggles. So when you use goggles, water, you have to put water inside. So when you're dipping your head in the water, you have to open up those goggles a little bit so the water can come in. And because the water distorts your vision, you need these corrective lenses on top of them. Now, you will never see as good as a freediving mask, of course. So these goggles are only for line diving when you are going for deep diving. If you're doing recreational diving and you want to see fish or the corals, just use a mask. And these are the Evolve equalizing freediving goggles. These are actually non-fluid goggles. So this is a special system that allows you to use these goggles without having water in the middle, so between your eye and the goggle, because it has a flexible membrane. So the deeper you dive, the more it compresses, and it actually acts like a mask. Now you still need to use a nose clip, of course. So for people who don't like water on their eyes, this actually is a non-fluid goggles for freediving. So guys, if you want to see where you can buy all this gear, the links are in the description. If you want to get freedive ready and train your breath hold at home, then join my underwater squad, school.com/underwater squad. You'll get access to our full breath hold training system, live Zoom calls, and a worldwide community. Click the link in the description, school.com/underwater squad. And if you want to see another video about freediving gear in general, also wetsuits and weight belts and fins, then click this video here. Peace in every breath.